I don't know how you may have missed it, but maybe you've lived up under a rock or you're not watching social media or paying attention to what's going on in the culture. But here, here lately, it's been all over the place. This dress thing, this whole dress thing. First Lady Bryant, Jamal Bryant's wife, and Dr. Jamal Bryant's response, and their whole conversation about a dress. Well, you know what? I want to talk about that. I want to take a minute or two to talk about this whole piece. This whole piece about that has now become a thing. Yeah, a thing, a dress thing, I call it. So let's kind of give a little bit of conversation around this, and then I'm going to get to my thoughts about it. Since everybody else has given theirs, I think I want to give mine. But first of all, let me give you a little bit of a background of my whole sense of spiritual formation and coming to understanding the whole thing about dress with respect to scripture. Now, I'm not going to go and quote scripture because most of you already know it. It's already been quoted. I've seen and I've watched and I've read, I've observed all kinds of posts on this, from the humor to the outrage, to the support, to the negative, to the neutral, to all of the extremes. Read some long posts on it as well, people's thoughts, and everybody has a right for their opinion and all of those things. So I won't belabor the moment with a great deal of scripture quoting. That's already been done sufficiently. My background is Pentecostal holiness. I'm very proud of the fact of my Pentecostal Reformation, United Holy Church of America Incorporated. And that's where I grew up in that whole piece of holiness and Pentecostalism and all of those things. And very proud of my spiritual formation and the roots in which they are planted in. There is one thing, though, that I remember so well as a young man growing up, first giving my life to Christ at age 12. And here it is. I'm going to get to giving you my opinion about it, but hold on, just hold on. I'm going to get to that. Trust and believe I'm going to get and tell you that my thoughts about the dress thing. But I got to give you some background. And it is the one thing that I remember in my holiness upbringing was the preoccupation with dress. If I've heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times. I said I wasn't going to quote scripture, but I got to bring this up. Romans 12 and 1. Oh my God. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy acceptable, which is your reasonable service. If I heard that once, I've heard it 1,000 times. I've heard about the modesty piece. I've heard about touch not, want not, uh, abstain from the very appearance. If it looks, I got it. Trust me. And I trust those understandings of that. They help form me, not throwing shade on it at all. There's one thing, though, that I remember as a young man, and I now remember now that I'm older. Uh, got a gray beard going on here. The fact is I remember in my early formation questioning the whole piece of the preoccupation of that. It just seems as though when I was young that it just seemed that way. I accepted it. I didn't go to the movies, though I was told that it was a sin. I still played basketball. All of those things. I know some of y'all, yeah, yeah, all of those things. All those things. Now here's the dress thing. The dress thing. How about this? How about this? The dress thing needs to be addressed with the majors and not the minors of God. The address needs to be, what about the souls? In the time we have spent on this dress, How many souls have died and we have not addressed because we've been talking about the dress? Really? How many souls have died? How many people are homeless right now? I'm talking to myself too. How many people have not heard about the gospel, but they've heard about that dress? Yeah. How many people have seen that and not about walking and remaining and connecting and being fruitful in God? How many things have we addressed in this time that we've talked about the dress? Have we addressed a country going into another country and taking their leader, one criminal after another criminal? Have we addressed that? Invading another country? Have we? Have we? Think about it. Have we? And all this time we've been talking about the dress. Can we address the fact that our democracy is fleeting right through our fingers? Our rights being run by a criminal enterprise. Can we address that instead of talking about the dress? Can we talk about can we address the fact that the rights in the Constitution is just being walked over? Can we talk about circle back souls, winning more souls in the kingdom? Here's my take. That wasn't my take. Here's my take. Three things I'm going to give you my take. Here they are, right here. The first thing is we are majoring in what we do in the kingdom so very well: judge and criticize each other. We are great at it. We're good at it. A plus us, because we sure know how to judge and criticize each other. And we ain't got to worry about the enemy doing it. We do it to ourselves, and we're good at it. We are good at it. Sometimes I think Satan can just sit back and say, you know what? I'm taking off today. In fact, I'm going to go on a sabbatical. They're doing a great job right by themselves, judging and criticizing each other, which leads to, here's the second thing I want you to get: dividing the kingdom along theological and biblical exegesis of the text without clear hermeneutics and permitting others to have their own hermeneutics about a text. Judge, criticize, and divide. We are great at it. Souls dying, going to hell, but we talking about a dress. Here's the third thing. Here's the third thing. We can make comedy out of anything. We, the community, black folk, us. I'm telling you, I've seen some hilarious stuff about the dress. I'm telling you, side splitting. But can we just move out of humor for a moment? I mean, we can Jones each other, flame each other. We can entertain each other like nobody. We can. The dress. It's a thing now. It is. It's going to be just like Jordan's crying face. It's a thing. It's with us. It's with us probably till Jesus come. The dress. But can we just stop for a moment, judging and criticizing, dividing the kingdom, and making hilarious, and let's start dealing with souls and a country that we are required to pray for those that have rule over us. That's my thoughts. I'm sure you have yours, and I'm sure you're going to put them in the comments. I'm good with that. Have a great day. Bye now.